guys, welcome to the Main Girl Podcast, a space for beauty girlies, entrepreneurs, creators, and the women building something real behind the scenes. This podcast is all about the stories we don't talk about enough, the struggle, the growth, the glow up, and the moments that make us who we are. If you love beauty, business, and real conversations, you're in the right place.
Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yes. Hi, everyone. My name is China. I'm the owner of EmbellishbyChi. I'm a licensed esthetician, a lash artist, brow artist, and now newly offering facials and skincare as well. Yeah, sorry. South Jersey as well, Blackwood, New Jersey as well. If you guys want to check me out, definitely go ahead and follow me as well.
You want to say your Instagram?
Oh, yes. My Instagram is EmbellishbyChi. Yeah, at EmbellishbyChi, EmbellishByChed is mad long by Chai.
So I know you started with dentistry. How did you transfer over to doing this? Because you were a dental assistant before. So how did you get into esthetician?
That's so awesome that you like research and everything. I was like, oh snap, how'd she know? But I was doing that for I believe like 2 years. So like when I first started like getting out of high school and everything and got into like the adult world and stuff, I did want to first like be in fashion, like be a fashion marketer and buyer, and that did not work out because I failed my accounting class, and then from there,
it's always the money. The accountant.
Yeah. From there was a lot of discouragement, but I was freaking out. I was like, I need to find a job, like something that will keep me on my feet. So I was like out on my own, supporting myself. So I was like, okay, well, health field is always good. It's always reliable. So I looked into first dental hygiene. That was too much with like working full time and going to school full time. So I was like, okay, I'll try dental assisting. So I did that 2 years and I just didn't care for the environment at all. It felt like very unfulfilling. It was nice, like the patient part of it, but the doctors were very egotistical and like nasty. Like, so eventually I think I came across lashing just like on Instagram scrolling, and I seen like people posting about teaching lash courses. I was like, lash extensions, like I didn't even know that was a thing. Like I was such a tomboy, honestly, before all this. So like it was new to me. So I was like, okay, it was intriguing because they're like, oh, you can make all this money, meet women, make them feel good. Like it's an easy, fun, girly job. I was like, that sounds cool. So I was like, okay, let me just like reach out to these girls and like just ask them what's their experience being a lash artist. And they had a lot of good things to say. Like, they definitely sold me on it. So I was like, okay, I'm a shop around for some courses, see what the price range is for courses, and like save up that money while I was still working as a dental assistant. And so eventually I did save up the money. I scheduled a course with a girl in South Jersey. And then that was also around the time when like COVID was becoming a thing. So like I do remember like a week after I took my lash course, I was like all excited for this new journey. My dental assisting job, like they were like, okay, we're closing the office until further notice. So I was like, oh shoot. And I already wanted to leave anyway. I was like, look, you don't gotta tell me twice. Like I was like, I'm gonna use this time now to practice lashing as much as I can, like make a business plan and like see where it takes me. Because I was like, I don't know when this job is opening back up. We were all kind of getting those like stimulus checks too, or whatever, little assistance. So I was like, okay, this is perfect time to just like pour all this time into my craft. So that's kind of how I transitioned from that to that. I do feel like also in dental as an assistant, like you already use your hands a lot, just like how I do with like lashing and brows and stuff. So it kind of like that helped me to transfer.
That's a cool conversion. I didn't even think about that because you guys are literally like in the mouth.
Yes, small
with
spaces,
all the small instruments. Yeah,
the, tweezers even.
Yeah, literally.
It was so funny. And that job, dental assisting, also taught me patience and just like being able to be more attentive to detail. So that helped me to like be a better lash artist as well. But lashing really taught me patience because of how long the services are and everything.
What's the longest it used to take you when you first started lashing? Like how long did it take you to do it?
It was so bad. Like when I first started, I was practicing on my sister and my mom. It would be like 6 to 8 hours at a time. And my sister was
bullshit.
Yes. And my sister was so funny. Like she'll be like, I gotta get up and go eat, like go to the bathroom. Like I'm like, this is not how it is in real life. Like a client has to sit there. But no, like it definitely like, taught me, of course, as well how to like use my time better, because that was stressing me out. I was like, I cannot take clients until I get down to like 3 hours. I was like messaging all these lash artists, like, how long do you take? How long is normal to take? Like, I feel like I'm just like so slow. And some girl did tell me like, yeah, it's normal to take 3. She said 2.5 to 3 hours, like nothing over 3. So I was like, okay, I cannot like take any longer than this. I have to, keep practice. So yeah, it definitely took me a long time, but the more I practice, some people, the quicker I was able to get.
What was the craziest like experience or thing that you probably dealt with like as a dental assistant? Because I know like people's teeth and people don't go to the dentist all the time. Do you feel like you had crazier experiences being a dental assistant than a lash tech?
Definitely crazier, yeah. Being a lash tech has been pretty chill, but like the craziest thing as a dental assistant, like you just see really sad stories too, like 30-year-old people who come in and need full dentures because they lost all their teeth. Like there was definitely like a lot of times I would be the one taking people's alginate impressions and like the impressions that everybody hates, and he's like, people don't know out there, like when you get braces, usually got to get them, or any type of like retainer or anything like that. And that stuff can make someone gag so bad. So like I've seen, thank God they didn't throw up on me, but I've seen kids throw up on people and stuff.
Gosh.
Yeah, and it's traumatizing for the kid and the assistant. Like, but the patient experiences wasn't like as crazy. Like I just loved like being there for them, especially the ones who were scared, like and wanted you to hold their hand like during a procedure. Like it was just like, oh yes, like I'll be that person for you. But I think the worst thing was just like dealing, like I said, with the dentist, because they would just like spaz out and stuff. Like, and I feel like the last one I worked with, which is like the last experience I had before becoming a dental assistant, like she was just the worst. And it's like, she's listening, sorry, but like I just feel like it was a very toxic work environment. So like if anything, that would probably be the worst experiences I've had like working in dentistry, because it's like I would wake up like anxious every morning, like I don't want to go to work, like but I have to because it's how I pay my bills. Like I need to figure out another way.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was crazy.
Because you left the dental and then you went into lashing, did you want to be independent or did you want to work for like a company? How was that? Like, did you know you were like, okay, this was chaotic, working for this organization, working for a company, I would rather be independent by myself?
Yeah, I knew like I needed to just make it on my own, because I was the type of girl, like if I hated a job, I would clock out at lunch and never come back. And they would be calling looking for me, and I'm like, no, sorry, I'm doing DoorDash now until my next job. Like I just knew how to like keep it going until like I figured a next step out. Like I was like, I don't really want to rely on anyone else. Like I know there's people out there who are running their own businesses or working for themselves. So I'm like, I was looking at it like, if they can do it, why not me, So yeah, I just knew that would be my space.
So you started in 2020. Do you feel like if COVID didn't happen, you probably wouldn't have got into lashing? Do you think you needed kind of like the time to take off and really like invest into it?
I do. And I feel like I needed that like extra assistance they were giving financially too, because I used that money to like fund a lot of my business. It probably would have still happened, but not as quickly, I would say, and not as strong. Wouldn't have had as much time, because wait, after a certain amount of time during COVID, we did reopen. I'm trying to like remember. So when I went back to work, that's when it kind of like was like, oh my gosh, am I gonna keep this up? Now work is taking up my time again. But I was just like, nah, we're gonna make it work. Like I would just work Saturday, Sunday doing lashes, like taking clients, then get back to work at the dental office from like Monday through Friday. And I missed out on so much. Like that was the only thing I do regret a little bit, but it was worth it for sure. Like I missed out on a lot of like time with friends and family, but I knew it was like all for a reason, like a bigger picture. So if it was like that the whole time during COVID, it probably would have took a lot longer for sure. But I had to buckle down and like just figure it out. I feel like COVID was also just a blessing in disguise for a lot of people, like a blessing and a curse. Yeah. Unfortunately, a lot of people passed, but like a lot of businesses grew from that.
I feel like it was definitely was a blessing and a curse, but for blessing wise, especially for businesses, talking to a lot of the girls, I feel like that's the time that everybody really was like, you know what, I'm going to shift gears. Because like even me, I was in college, I was going to school for business management, entrepreneurship. And I was like, when I graduate, what am I going to do with this? I'm not exactly sure. I know I want to do something in the cosmetology realm, but like, how am I going to transition? And I felt like COVID gave me that time to be like, okay, maybe I don't need my degree. Maybe I can just go straight into cosmetology school and do it like that. And just learning that, because when I got there, that's when they told me like, oh, you don't need a degree or anything to run a business. You literally just need your license. You need this, you need that. And I was like, oh, yeah, I didn't know that. So I learned, like, I was like, just wasted low-key 2 years of my life.
You were able to apply whatever you learned.
Yeah, 100%. Like, sometimes I'm like, I wasted 2 years, but then I'm like, it was still a blessing because I was in school for business. So I definitely learned a lot of business skills and business stuff that I definitely use to apply to my business now.
That's dope, the ins and outs, because that's stuff that me personally, and now I'm trying to learn as I go, because I didn't go to school for that. I wish I did now in hindsight. So that's good that you have that upper hand.
I would say I did accounting, just like accounting was stressful. Just like but just like
Yeah, it
everybody else.
is.
But I learned like elevator speeches and stuff like that, how to like push yourself and present yourself in front of people without like in a short time frame and stuff like that. So it was interesting with learning those type of things. So I definitely, but I started selling lashes in college. That's how I was making money.
Yeah.
And that's how I got more into like the cosmetology realm and stuff like that. So I can like, one thing I do say, college started me into the business realm. So
nice. Yeah.
but once COVID hit and we had to go home, I was like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do now. Like, I was taking classes, but I felt like I wasn't really retaining anything at that point. Like, I was just logging in, sitting in classes. And
being present, yeah.
Yes, literally. So then I was like, okay, I want to be something more hands-on. So I was like, I'm going to go to cosmetology school. But then cosmetology school was during COVID, so couldn't really.
It was weird.
Yeah. Like, really,
how was that? They let you guys go in person?
So when I first started, the first month, it was certain days in class, certain days online. And then it switched over to, I think they split our class in half. And then it was like some kids over here, some kids over there, stuff like that. But we weren't allowed to touch each other. All our work was on the mannequin. All hair work was on the mannequin. All facial work was on the mannequin.
Okay.
Not until I was like, I want to say maybe like 2 months before we graduated, we got the access to actually work on clients on the floor. So that was an experience. I felt like that kind of, for me at least, it messed me up though, because working on a mannequin, it's like the manipulation is completely different.
Exactly.
The scalp doesn't move. It's just a lot more easier than when you're actually working on someone's hair. So I remember my sister came in for a birthday. She wanted a blowout silk press. I was like, I got you, girl. I silk press my mannequin all the time. I got you, girl. It was not the same. It was not the same at all. Like, she walked out, it looked like I just gave her a good blow dry. Like, it was a mess. But then I knew, like, okay, maybe hair is not for me. Like, it's very tedious. It takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily know if that's my route. So that's when I got more into like skincare.
Nice. I love that. It's all trial and error.
I know, literally.
Yeah.
We're a little bit more honest about cosmetology school though, because I went there because they said we were going to learn everything. But then when you get in, you're like, okay, this is a lot of hair.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. They kind of make it seem like everything's equally covered, and it's not.
Yeah. What school did you go to?
For Zuri. So like, nah. Well, I went for skincare, like specifically, but they definitely didn't cover nothing about lashes. We didn't learn nothing about that in there. It was mainly facials and like the other stuff like anatomy, biology, disinfection, whatever.
How to pass the test. Yeah.
Yeah. But
I feel like we all had the same experience in that. Like,
and the business portion wasn't big. Like, they tried to cover business and having a career in aesthetics or cosmetology, but like wasn't as thorough as it should have been. Yeah.
Do you feel like you learned more experience once you actually got out of school and you were like more hands-on?
Yeah, I definitely realized you just need to like have that hands-on experience and like trial and error, like I said, like come across certain scenarios that you have to kind of like figure out in order to really learn. I feel like that's because everyone's situation is going to be different. Everyone's experience is going to be different. So yeah, like just like getting in the thick of things is the best way to learn. Like how people be throwing their babies in the pool, like to swim, like you gotta just jump in for real and figure it out. If you wish though, like we were prepared a little better, because it will just make the process a little easier.
Yeah.
But I do feel like challenges, of course, create character. They build character. So
how long did it take you to go to school once you realized like, okay, I love lashing. This is what I want to do?
It actually took me like, let's see, I think 3 years, 3 or 4. It probably was 3, yeah. And the only reason I did go was because I was like, I would just want to be legal and not have any risk of like getting shut down or anything.
Yeah.
Or fined. So I was like, let me just save my behind and like get a license and go to school for it. And plus I like was considering wanting to do facials and skincare. So I was like, that also could be a perk of it. So yeah, it took me about 3 years. I was working like, first I started travel lashing, like driving all over to different clients.
Girl,
that was crazy.
How was that?
That was stressful. Like during COVID as well. That was during that time. Of course, you're worried about not getting sick, bringing it home to my family. Then it's like with the humidity control or temperature control, you go in someone's apartment. It was summertime. Like some people didn't really want to put their air on, and I can't tell you put your air on. Like I don't pay your bills, so like that was a little stressful. And some of the drives were far. I don't think I was charging it enough for travel fee. Like I was just learning as I go. Like it was really like me just like doing it. I don't even know what I was doing. I just was like, I have this passion. I want to try to make it work. So I'm gonna just, see what I can do, how we can make it happen. But I ended up getting my own apartment, and that's when I started lashing out of my apartment for like from 2023 to like this past April 2024. Wait, no, 2025.
Oh,
This
yeah.
past
I'm like,
April. Yeah, I'm like, wait, we're about to be
time been
26.
flying. Yeah.
So for like 2 years, I was working out of my apartment. Dang, it's like crazy because it felt like it was longer, but yeah, it took me a while to get into school. But when I was going to school, and I was like, having the teachers who were talking about like, I think they would make little comments sometimes about like some people who were working out of their home, and I would just be like, oh, let me turn my head because I don't want them to know. Like I was so scared of getting
I feel like
reported.
everybody was though, especially when we
Yeah.
were in school.
Yeah, yeah. And I didn't want to talk too much about me having my own business because I didn't want like anyone to be questioning me and stuff,
Be
So I
super
was,
on alert.
yeah. So I was very low key about it. But all my classmates were like, "Oh, Chai does lashes and this and that." I'm like, "Shh, like don't say nothing. Like I'm just another student here."
And I'm like, no, but she's so good.
Yeah, like relax. But yeah, it took me a while, but I'm glad I did. I did go because I made good connections and stuff. I learned a lot from my teachers. And then yeah, it was just like very worthwhile. My classmates too, the connections we made were really nice. So yeah, it was worth it for sure.
Did you ever imagine that you would be doing this kind of work when you were growing up? Because like you said, you're kind of like a tomboy. You like never even got into lashes. So did you think like before that this was going to be you?
No, I really thought I was gonna be like living in New York, like in a nice little penthouse apartment, going to Fashion Week, like as a fashion marketing buyer. I wanted to work for like Urban Outfitters and like do their buying for their stores and stuff. And no, it didn't work out. So like I always was also into graphic design. So I thought maybe I'll be a graphic designer. I changed my dream job a lot of times. Like at one time I wanted to be like a what was it, a optometrist or something like that, or ophthalmologist. Like, it was like all over the place. But one thing like that my mom always let me know and my sister like was just like you can always like, do what you want, do what you desire. But also she was like pretty big on pushing us to like be kind of like entrepreneurs. Like we had like a little we would sell like fake treats. Like we would bake things, go around my friend's neighborhood and like sell them door to door. She even was like trying to get us into like starting our own book bag line. But
oh, that's cute. I love that.
we should have
Yeah.
stuck with it because as kids we're like, no, it's too much work. Like but I think that also like kind of put that in my head too. Like, it was always in me to like want to explore the entrepreneur side of life. And so I'm like definitely grateful for that. So shout out to her.
Shout out to mom.
Yeah, 'cause she sparked that flame. Like I said, the only reason why I got into it was because of like Instagram scrolling and seeing that. And even then I was like, am I like girly enough for this? Like, shoot, I don't even wear lashes myself. Like,
I feel like there is girls who do like get lashes that aren't super duper girly that when they meet somebody too.
You're right,
So, yeah.
exactly. So it's like, at some point every woman needs to feel like, more feminine.
Yes.
But not gonna lie, this job, like doing it kind of helped me embrace more of my feminine side and become softer. And so I'm very grateful for that too.
Yes. And I love because your theme is blue. And like you said, I see pink. Pink. I love the blue. I think it's so cute. I love the aqua. It's just so cute.
I appreciate that.
Of course. You were doing handmade strips at first when you first started?
Yes.
So how did you convert to actually doing the strips to being on people's eyes? You feel like it was easier like on the mannequin?
Nah,
really?
I could not wait to be done with that. Like, cause so first, like when I first was finished my course, like that was what I was practicing on the mannequin, and I was looking at it like, oh, these look like strip lashes. I could probably like sell these. So I think I started looking on YouTube like to see if anybody had videos showing them making strip lashes and stuff. There was like probably like 3 I see.
Like a couple girls.
There was not many people doing it, but they were like, yeah, you can buy like the little trays and then buy the actual strips so you can lash on them and then take them off the tray basically and then apply it as a strip lash. So I made some for myself and my sister first, like to test out. And I was like, oh, this is actually cool. But like doing them, it's like can take like the same amount of time, probably like half the time of a regular lash set. But still, I was like, dang, like I'm taking all this time and I can't really like justify selling these for like
the same
anything,
price.
yeah. For anything more than like $25. So it didn't feel like it was worth it for me. So I was like, dang, yeah, I gotta get on real people. And I was happy when I did because then I realized how much harder it was, like you said, with the hair thing. Like, you go from a mannequin to a real person. I was like, dang, real lashes is nothing compared to the mannequin. It was so much easier on the mannequin. Like, with real people, that's when I realized, like, okay, I got like a challenge ahead of me.
Yeah.
I really got to, figure out how to utilize my time wisely with each person, because I don't want to have people laying here for like 8 hours paying paying for their time, like, to be kind of wasted, basically. So yeah, it was a interesting transfer, but like, I think the handmade strips kind of like just gave me like that foundation to be able to know like styling and what to do on different people's eyes and stuff like that.
Learning like the different the styles, like the classic and hybrid,
and the lash maps and stuff.
So you specialize in facials, lashes, and brows now. How did you start to develop your skills with the other services like brows and facials?
With brows, I actually took a course with this girl, Muse Beauty. She's so dope, Jaslyn. I love her. She taught me, I think that was back in 22 or 23. But yeah, I was definitely grateful for that, because that helped me to like boost my client or service menu. But then as far as facials, I didn't start like getting into that until I went to school and finished. And even that, after that, I wasn't doing it. Like, as I graduated in 23, and like I said, I didn't move out till like 25 or move into a suite until 25. So I wasn't even doing facials in my apartment because I just didn't have space. So I was like, I really need a suite space so I can like have room for a steamer and like all the products and stuff like that, towel warmer. So yeah, I didn't really get into it until recently. I started doing facials this past June, and that's when I started like looking more into like just different people on YouTube to learn from, and like looking into like continued education with different brands that I have come across, like SkinScript and Dermalogica.
Oh, so did you guys use Dermalogica in school?
Unfortunately not. We used like something terrible. It was like a Veda. Like, no one uses that.
Yeah, they use Dermalogica.
I wish. Yeah, because that was good quality stuff. Like,
Yeah, it was. I still use it.
yeah. So I'm gonna actually start trying to innovate or integrate Dermalogica into my products that I use too. Right now I use SkinScript. But yeah, I definitely want to be able to learn more as far as skincare. So right now that's like a process, a work in progress for me. Just becoming more knowledgeable with skincare, skin conditions, and like what to be able to recommend to different clients with different skin concerns. That's like definitely my goal, to be the go-to person, not someone who's just rubbing products in your face, but actually doing it with intention. Yeah.
What is your favorite service out of all of them? Like, what is your favorite service to do?
Oh, I would say facials are my favorite to do, because I feel like they're so intimate and personal. Like, you're coming in to feel 100% relaxed. Like, lashes too. Like, of course, you're feeling relaxed. You can take a nice little lash nap and make sure they got a blanket and nice music. But like with the facials, I incorporate like massage, and
it relaxes you.
Yeah, it's very relaxing, and aromatherapy. So I like it, and it just as much as it relaxes them, it relaxes me while I do it.
That's what I say. I'm like, it just feels like, I don't think I could be doing facials all day long. Like girls do at like
hand and so yeah.
But I feel like incorporating a couple in my day just to like calm me down and recenter me, I feel like this would be amazing.
Yes, it's nice to have that balance.
Yeah. How do you keep your skills fresh and stay on top of trends in the industry? Do you keep taking classes? Like, okay.
Yeah, which I actually have to get more into, enrolling myself into courses as well. But right now I just like find a lot of people, like YouTube University is everything.
Yes, YouTube.
Yeah, so I have a few girls on there that I go to watch. Chris and Marie. This other girl, her name is Leah something, but they're like my two right now that I've really been looking at. And then there's this older woman too, because I love how like you can always learn something from an older person, like no matter what, even if they're just saying something simple, like they have so much wisdom. So, so yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. But I want to start going to like beauty conventions or expos and stuff too, to start learning and connect with more people, and like possibly get a mentor that way too.
Yes, I feel that's what I've been saying. Like, I feel like ever since I even with like lashing, I was like, I wish I could have like a mentor. I feel like in other states, there's like always so many people out ready to do like mentors and like scholarships and stuff like that. But it's like out here, and so it's just like we're just trying to figure it out.
Right, we gotta travel out. I know there's a lot of expos in like Arizona, Cali, and stuff like that. Conventions, Miami probably. So yeah, I'm sure we can find some. For sure.
Speaking of traveling, you went to Chicago this year. How was that? How was it like going to a whole different state to like do your services?
It was good. So like this was the whole plan. So I did plan to go out there and service people. I actually had a collab going on with another Chicago braider out there. Unfortunately, no one booked with me though. So my friend lives out there too. So I was going out there anyway. But I was like, might as well, try to build a clientele out there and take some clients. Unfortunately, like I said, no clients had booked. And I knew that was like, it could go either way, know? But I at least like what I did instead, I was like, I'm not going to let this discourage me. I printed out some like flyers and like went out in the streets and like passed them out, left them with a few salons out there. My friend was like, she's going to keep passing them out wherever she goes. She's like, print some more. Let me know when you want me to start leaving.
You always go back.
Yeah. So that's my goal, like to keep going back. There's a few like organizations I've seen who throw like networking events that I'm going to try to get with as well for my next visit out there and see when their next event is. And then the girl, or actually a few of the service providers I reached out to in Chicago, like they were down to collab. So I did pick the one girl, but like there's so many more I can collab with next moving forward. Yeah, this was like a learning experience for me. I really wish I would have had at least two collab or one or two.
Yeah.
But it was
What made you pick Chicago?
Because I feel like Chicago is like such a space of opportunity. It's like one of the major cities. Like there's Miami, New York, LA, Chicago, what else? Atlanta, Houston. Yeah. So I was like, all right, Chicago's, definitely somewhere I want to get to. Because I know like it's rich in Black culture too. And the food is good. Like it's just a beautiful city. And that was my first time out there. And I really was able to see what everyone was talking about. Because everyone's like, I love Chicago. But I'm like, it's cold out there. What y'all like about it? Like, but I really loved it. I could actually see myself living there, but for now I do want to continue to build a clientele and like have like a few, maybe like one or two cities where I'm like established in other than New Jersey and like be able to travel out to people. Like I feel like my dream is definitely to be able to be like a traveling esthetician, like someone that is getting booked and flew out by their clients. Like, so that's like a little drop in the puddle or in the ocean, I should say, of where I'm trying to go.
I love that. That's so great. I feel like a lot of people, most common thing you hear, I feel like nowadays everyone's like, I want to get a suite, I want to open a salon, so like hearing like, I want to travel. I want my girls to like from all over the place to be here to be.
Yeah.
Like that's a great inspiration.
And I just like traveling in general. So I'm like, why not make money while doing it?
Yeah. So you have your own products and apparel line. What inspired you to branch all products instead of services? How did you get into that?
I wanted to just be able to have like, I believe in having like multiple streams of income. And I was like, I'm buying glue from other brands, lash glue or lash tape or whatever. So I'm like, why not just have my own, I just always envisioned like seeing my name, my brand on like my own products. So I started like with lash adhesive that I have currently and want to like start offering like little accessories like tape, pads and stuff like that. Like I don't think I want to get into tweezers or anything like that because I feel like that's too much of like you really have to be on top of your quality assurance and hand test each one. And yeah, tweezers are tricky. And people have told me like, yeah, no, if you want to start with lash products, start with adhesive because it's like the easiest to control. Like, and then like I just told them like exactly what formula I want to match the glue I was already using, like, or similar, because I really wanted something that was like universal lash artists in like different states could use depending on their climate.
Humidity.
So I was like, I definitely want to get into that. And so far it's doing well. I haven't really been on top of like promoting with that though, because I feel like I'm trying to figure out how far I want to go with it. I've been really just kind of like, I'm not gonna lie, in survival mode, like just like making sure I post my content with like the services I offer and kind of forgot about the products, even though, people still hit me up here and there like, oh, hey, do you have any lash glue on hand? But I want to get back to, because I feel like, when was that? I think not this past spring, but the spring before, that's when I was like very active on like Shopify, promoting my glue and stuff and products, and people were just buying.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my gosh, I finally got that little like Shopify notification, like the little ching ching.
Yeah.
And it felt good. So I want to get back to that where it's just like you're getting literally passive income. It's honestly inspired me because it's making me realize like, I gotta put a fire
Girl,
back
you've been doing a lot. Yeah, you really have.
Thank you.
You do trainings too. You teach also. I feel like it'll be good with your products that you'll be able to have them on hand too. So when you're building kits and stuff like that, you don't got to worry about like outsourcing and trying to like find stuff that you like, girl, I already got it.
Yeah. And I have it so like my students, they like have a lifetime like discount with me if they want to keep buying lash products. Like, so I try to like, make it like a one-stop shop for everybody for sure.
How did you get into training?
Just because of the fact, like I said, another stream of income. So I saw that as that. But then also like, I just felt like people will always tell me like, yo, how did you like get to where you're at? Like, how do you stay on top of like content? How do you do this and that? Like, what like just asking questions about how I got to where I got. And I'm like, yeah, I'm always down to like share information, but I really want to like be in a position where I can mentor someone and show them and teach them. And like, you can literally do the same thing. I'm just like a regular person too. Like, if I could do it, you can do it. I like that feeling of like uplifting others for sure. And I feel like my purpose in this world, like, is definitely to serve others and like give somebody else like kind of like inspiration to be able to like believe in themselves and build something that's important to them too. So that's why like training really felt like it was meant for me. And when I do it, like, it just is the best feeling ever. After the day is done and like you're tired, but you feel so accomplished because you see how happy this person is to start their new journey. So yeah, I really like the training as well.
So could that be like an end goal for you? Like you could do you'll be traveling, do some celebrities here and there, but like maybe you would like go fully into teaching. I feel like that's what a lot of lash artists end up doing. Like at first they're lash artists, then they have their select few clients, like they got their book for the month, that's my girls, and then they start teaching classes and internships and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So is that a goal that you're hoping like to go down to?
Definitely. And that's something I really need to get back into promoting too, because I don't know why I was feeling a little like that imposter syndrome. And it's like, I think it's because like me, I have like such high expectations for myself. So like in my career of training so far, I've had 2 trainings, which I feel like is great.
Yeah.
But I thought I would have way more by now. So I guess I was just like, you know what? Why do I even like want to keep, putting myself out there as a trainer if it doesn't seem like people are like attracted? And it's just like, people are. It's just I have to figure out new ways to be able to.
And I feel like your pricing isn't that high either because classes.
Oh yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. I tried to keep it humble,
Yeah.
and modest, but I just now realize I have to think of new ways to kind of like attract people to it and like make people feel like, oh, I need to train with her, over this brand, which is like everyone can make money, of course, but like just kind of like make them see like why Embellish by Chi is where you
What
should
makes
go.
you stand out.
Yeah, what makes me stand out exactly. Yeah. So that's the end goal, I would say, because I definitely want to not work as much with service provision, and just like be able to use my skills to help other people do the same. So yeah, I could see that, or even like doing lash tours, like when people be teaching in different states.
Yeah,
too.
I love that. Yeah,
that's a goal too. So
how did you get into like clothing apparel?
Really, that was just because I like fashion. Like I said, like I was trying to go to school for that, so I wanted to incorporate that into my business too, like all the things that I love for sure. So. I just had in my vision, like oversized t-shirts, like cute oversized t-shirts with my brand on it. I was like, we got to do that. And like, I went to this pop-up shop, that this girl had hosted. It was like, some type of Christmas pop-up shop, I believe. And I was like, what am I going to offer? Like, all I do is lashes. Like, I need to have something to bring. And that's when I like started to think about like the oversized shirts. And then I had like 2-piece like biker short sets too. I was like, I'm going to just put my brand name on it. Like, people probably gonna be like, oh, this is not like Skims or nothing like that. But because, like, everybody loves like a name brand. But
just brand recognition.
Yes.
To get them interested.
Yeah. But I was like, yeah, maybe they'll find my brand and like want to support it. So they did. And then so that's when I was like, I'm gonna keep, making products and stuff like that, making apparel, testing stuff out, getting people's opinions on like what we should drop next for like the seasons and stuff. So that was a nice little time too, a nice little era. I'm definitely looking to get back into that.
I think you definitely should keep incorporating it because like you said, you like want to do fashion. So I think that would be a perfect way to like shadow it.
Yes. So I'm gonna definitely work on that as well. Like I'm just realizing how expensive all this stuff is and the funding is not always there, but like we're working on that too. Yeah.
What service do you feel like you make the most money from? Brows, lashes, or apparel? Not apparel, but like products or teaching. Like what do you feel like is the most lucrative out of everything you do?
Definitely like the training is more lucrative because like you do 2 trainings in a day, like you made enough for the month. Like under that, definitely like the skincare and the lashes are like the higher ticket services.
You think facials, you make more with facials than you do with lashes?
I feel like, yeah, because there's shorter services too. So if you take like 3 clients, facial clients, like you can be done in 3 hours and make the same amount of money you would make with like
Lash.
2, probably even 1 lash client. But yeah. It's definitely good money in beauty industry, period.
Yeah. That's what I say, yeah. You just gotta kind of find your niche, and then once you find it, just like, craft it, and then,
exactly.
How do you tailor your classes from beginners to advanced, do you have a specific thing you would do for someone who isn't a beginner and they just like need a refresh, or they just want to learn specific things that's practiced by you? Do you have like a different system than like a person who's completely new to lashes?
Yeah. So like with the new student, I definitely have like a different manual. Just cause like they had to know like everything, all the basics, the history and all that. And then I do have an option like that they can get a deluxe version, which I'll include like a lash bed, a light, I forget what else. I think it's just those two things. And then so they can like have everything they need to start. And of course the kit comes for actually the beginner kit will be like more loaded than the refresher one. Cause like the refresher, like they usually will have what they need, but like I'll still include like of course like what they could use to like kind of like re-inspire them. Like maybe they don't use the same things I would recommend. But then also the new or the refresher course has like a bottom lash like instruction too, because bottom lashes are like you should know that if you're like a lash tech now at this point, everyone
I
kind
feel
of
like they're so popular now. They look so good.
yeah. So like definitely if you want to refresh yourself as a lash artist and reinvent yourself, that's something important. And then the refresher course has like more styling instruction too, like how to map and stuff like that, and more like advanced techniques, I would say. Because like with beginners, you don't want to like overwhelm them and like be like, oh, and you know, you want to do like an anime style or like a wet set or whatever. Like, I mean, wet sets aren't too hard, but like with beginners, you just want to teach them literally like the fundamentals. And then like as I mentor the beginners, once they start feeling more comfortable, we can start getting more into styling and stuff.
What do you think is most important to focus on when you're first starting off as a lash artist? Like, what is the first thing you should really try to craft in before you start servicing people?
Oh, definitely. Muscle memory, I should say. So a lot of people have issues like at first. I even had issues at first. Like holding the tweezers is weird because you're working with both hands at once. Like, so that's definitely something to like, you gotta practice. Like, and you just gotta take on that mindset of like hustle mentality no matter what, even on the days when you're frustrated and feeling disappointed in yourself and like discouraged, like to just keep pushing. But I feel like that's with any business really, like any beauty business really, because like beauty and service provision is all about like your talent really. Like it's probably one of the only businesses where it's like you really everything's relying on your hands and your work, like how good you can do something. Beginner lash techs, definitely they should focus on that, but then also like focus on like how do you want to present yourself and your brand. Like that's something I tell like the students I've had, like really think about your target audience, like from the age, what she does for work, like how she looks, how she dresses, what songs does she listen to. Like think about all that and like the type of people you want to attract to your business, because that will like definitely create the environment that you have to come to work to every day. Like either it's gonna be like girls who listen to Lotto and like Sexy Red, or people who listen to Cleo So, like calm girls. Like not to say I love both, but like you really gotta like figure out how you want to invent yourself for sure. And with that, that's how you will attract like the people who come to you, and then even the lash styles you do, because sometimes you get the girls who got the more clean girl aesthetic and they just want like natural sets all the time. Are you somebody who's okay with doing natural sets all the time, or you get bored? Like
you're like, I need something.
You need like a little wispy volume here and there. So those are all important things to keep in mind just starting out. And then like, the more people you follow and like bringing it to your community and stuff even, and you know, you have to be really open when it comes to like being a lash artist and stuff. Like be willing to learn from other girls, and like, you know, even if there's girls you reach out to who don't seem like they want to like help you out, like that's okay. You'll find your people, like, but just
don't let that discourage you.
Just continue to be positive and like optimistic about your growth and everything, because it can get discouraging. Like it's challenging.
Now that you are lashing, are you full-time? Do you have a part-time job? How are you able to maintain like lashing and like living in this world right now?
I know. Yeah. So like I have been lashing full-time for like the 5 year, well, no, not the 5 years, 4 years, because I had eventually left my job. So I left the dental assisting job. I think it was like a year and a half into lashing, but then I was like, oh, I probably should like get a little part-time just in case. But then I eventually left that part-time job and was like lashing full-time for 4 years. But yeah, now that the economy is getting crazy, and I get it, like this is a luxury, this is not a necessity. I have to humble myself and realize that like I'm not gonna ever feel bad for a client telling me I can't afford it right now. Like, so then it's like now we have to do what we gotta do, and so I'm looking for a second job too. I am not ashamed, like, because I just want to feel comfortable. Like,
Yeah.
I never want to feel in a space where I'm like living check to check or whatever. Like, I still like nice things and I like to have good food on my
Yeah.
table. Like, so yeah, that's what I'm currently in the process of doing. Like, just
Mhm.
finding a nice job that will fit with my business schedule as well and support me being an entrepreneur, because I think a lot of jobs don't like hiring entrepreneurs because they think you're going to leave
Yeah.
at the drop of a
Which we
dime.
might, but
Yeah.
you know, it's like, at least I'm here to help you now. You should just
Right.
take what you get.
Exactly. We all need some help.
Yeah. Are you currently in a relationship? And if so, how do you balance being in a relationship while you're running a business? If not right now, were you ever in a relationship during your business and how did you balance it?
Yeah, I'm currently not, but I was like almost 4 years ago. So that relationship was mad long. It was from like high school to 25, so 8 years.
Yeah.
And it was like, once I started the business, of course, that person was very supportive at first because I don't think they knew what came with it. Like,
Yeah.
so
Were they like a
then,
9 to 5 or were they like a, yeah.
yep.
Yeah.
And I'm like working a 9 to 5, then coming home working 5 to 10 or whatever. Like, so I didn't really know at the time how to balance the two. So I was not giving that relationship as much attention as I was my business, because it's like a baby. Like, I was like, imagine we had a newborn baby with it. Like,
Yeah. You like, I gotta nurture. I gotta be able to do everything I can for it. It's early.
Yes.
Yeah.
And of course, they were supportive for a while, but then they would kind of complain like about me not being there enough or like attentive enough. And I just looked at it like, I'm the type of person, I'm like, suck it up. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, I'm
Yeah.
here. But that was not right of me. So like, I realize now in hindsight, with my next relationship, I would have to learn how to balance it. But I would also have to have someone who just understands. Yeah.
Yes.
Because like ultimately, I just don't think me and that person were compatible through and through, because I just don't think they had the same mindset as me. And that's okay. Like, but she kind of looking forward to how I can balance my business with my relationship in the future. Prayerfully, like it will go smoothly. I know a lot of girls who do it and it seems like they,
It's easy.
yeah, it
Yeah.
seems very easy,
But for others, it's like,
yeah. So it really is about just having someone who aligns with you, is a compliment to your life and not someone who wants to take away from the things you already have going on in your life and stuff.
Do you want to have kids? And if you do you want to be a stay-at-home mom once you have kids? Or are you like, no, that's boring. I need to still be doing something involved in my business.
Yeah. I do want to have kids and I want to be like hybrid. Like, I want to be able to stay at home, but like have my days where I can still take clients as well.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe bring my child into the suite with me, because it's like I want every part of my life to be in my business too. So I would just pray that, God bless me with a partner who's able to support that lifestyle for me,
Yeah. Any advice on how you manage finances, taking care of yourself while able to invest into your business on the back end as well?
So like, I feel like I'm very good with money. It's just that now with the cost of everything going up, it makes it a little more challenging. I'm definitely the type of person to do service for service, like
Yes,
for
me
all
too.
my personal care needs and stuff. But as far as like home and like clothing and stuff like that, like I feel like I always make sure to do percentages, like when it comes to my business and my personal bank account or whatever. Like make sure as soon as like the week is over, I try not to be that person like just because I'm getting paid every day with services, I don't touch it till the end of the week. I treat it like a paycheck. Like,
Yes.
and then once that week is over, that's when I look at that full amount. Like, okay, 20% can go to savings or however much. I think it's more than that, but like, then I know I have to put aside some for taxes when tax time comes. Then of course I'll like pay myself too. Like I'm an employee type of thing.
Yeah.
So I look at it like this is all the business money. It's not really my money. Like, kind of like I have an imaginary boss and they're like paying me. So I try to do it that way. I have to be very strict with myself. And that's kind of how I handle it for now. Yeah.
That's good. I heard, I forgot who told me that before. I think one of my old friends who was like in business, she told me that like I pay myself hourly. Like I do it like as if I work a job. I separate that. That's my money with the rest of it will go into the business. Because I still have to make something. Like everything can't be able to go into the business. So I feel like being able to set it aside and manage it yourself is like a plus. Because I ain't gonna lie. There's some days where I make the money and ran through it the same day.
Yeah, because it's so easy. Like, and it's a good feeling to have it right then and there. You see how capable you are of like literally making money at a drop of a dime, like which is nice. It's like shows that we got it going on for real. Like, there's a lot of power in that.
Yeah, but you got to learn. I learned that some days you make it, some days you don't. So you can't always be in the mindset of like, I'll make it back tomorrow.
I
Because you know, some days you
know.
might not make it back
Sometimes them
tomorrow.
clients gonna reschedule. Like,
Yeah.
hey girl, like, oh dang, okay, I'll see you. I guess when I see
See
you.
you.
And then you're looking crazy. Like, well,
Yes.
now you're eating like lash supplies. Like,
No, literally forget it. Back on what you have done so far, what do you feel like your biggest challenge is that you overcome?
say just being like very to myself and like very nervous and shy and scared. Like, I feel like growing up as a kid, like I was always so anxious and shy and always overthinking, always in my head and like self-conscious. And I've learned like it's kind of like being self-absorbed because you're like focused continuously on yourself as opposed to like looking outward in life and like realizing no one cares about you. Like no one's looking at you, like no one's judging you.
Yeah.
Like just be yourself, and like the more you are yourself, like the more you attract. When I have that mindset of like just being myself and being so open and willing to share what I do and like what I have to offer, like that's when I develop the most meaningful relationships. And then now, not gonna lie, I've kind of gotten back into my space of overthinking, where it's like before I used to be passing out business cards to like random people on the street, like going in nail salons, like, can I leave my business cards here? And I don't know what changed. I guess it's just like everyone's going through a phase where we're just trying to like figure out what the heck is going on in
It's like we're
life.
just trying to survive.
Yeah, survival.
Clients in the doors.
Yes,
When it comes
yes.
to doing all like the extra advertisement, it just becomes a lot. I feel like that's the main thing everybody said this year. Like, I kind of fell off with like content because like it's just so many other areas that I have to focus on. When it comes to business.
Yes, yeah. And that's another thing too. Like I have to learn, or had to learn that like, of course, like if you can, hiring out is important, like for other tasks. So you can have your sanity. And I cannot wait till I can get to a point where I can at least like delegate one other task to someone else, like who I can trust.
Literally.
But yeah, I would say that's the biggest challenge. Like just stepping out of my comfort zone. Like so many doors have opened from me just like being like, fuck it, like let's just do it. And if they don't like me, it's cool. If they do, that's even better. Like, you know, like just not caring and realizing life is just way too short to like gatekeep yourself for real.
Yes. And gatekeep information too sometimes because like, we all can benefit and learn from each other.
Yep.
Have there been any failures or setbacks that ended up helping you grow to the person you are now?
Yeah, I would say I made like a few like financial mistakes when it came to my business, like over investing into things, not doing the proper well, not really having a proper plan for how to make that money back. And now I'm like, oh, I'm in the hole like a couple $1,000. Like, I'm like, well, okay. Yeah, that just taught me like perseverance for sure. And it taught me that mistakes are okay to make as long as they're not like drastic and like life threatening or anything like that. You know, like you'll always bounce back. Like, you know, from a lot of like other entrepreneurs too, like listening to podcasts and stuff, like they made a lot of mistakes, these people. And they're like, I finally got to where I'm supposed to be 10 years later. And I'm like, okay, I don't feel as bad. Like it happens.
Yeah, like you're like, I'm only in my 5 years.
Yeah, you gotta like give yourself grace, and it's nice when you can learn from others. So you're like, I'm gonna avoid that, you know. They had to go through that so that I don't, like, type of thing. And I feel like I hope that, you know, the things that I have gone through can inspire others too. So be like, I'm not gonna do what she did. I'm gonna take the, you know, the more easier route, the smart route. Like when it came to the apparel, like I invested I think $3,000 in blanks, like blank apparel to print on, and I still have a good amount of it. I sold a lot of it because I was doing pop-up shops more frequently, but I still have a lot left. And I'm like, that was not a great investment. Like in hindsight, like I always have them on hand in case people want shirts, but I'm like, I'm not even like paying attention to them
Just stuff
anymore.
like that, yeah.
Putting my energy into it. So I say like, if I'm gonna do that, I really have to have like a strong marketing plan, like a team, maybe even like someone to work with to create a plan with me. Yeah, I kind of tend to want to just do everything on my own. And that kind of like can get in my way of a lot of things.
I'm the same way. Just because like when you have other people helping you, because it would be nice to have other people working for you, but at the same time, it's like everybody doesn't do everything how you want it to be done. So you don't want to be the jerk to over top of people and be like, maybe not like that. So it's just like I'd rather do it myself.
Exactly. Yeah.
What keeps you motivated and keeps you building your business today?
I feel like what keeps me motivated is just knowing that like eventually it's so possible for you to like get whatever you desire. Like, and so eventually all these little minor setbacks and major setbacks, whatever they may be, they're all going to pay off and like help me to be a better woman, a better person in general, a better businesswoman. And I know I'm going to get it. Like, I know I'm going to get to exactly where I need to be, you know? And I feel like really good even where I'm at, because I look at myself and I'm like, people kind of put it into perspective for me, like my friends or whatever, because they'll be like, girl, you literally created your brand, like,
From nothing.
yeah, from
Yeah.
nothing. And like, my friend, she'll be like, I'm about to go to work and have to deal with these people. At least you don't got to go in. Like,
Yeah.
you your own boss. And I really have to be grateful when I hear stuff like that. And like, when I remember and remind myself where I'm at. And like, it's like, I never imagined myself to be in this position. Like, I just kind of picture myself to want to, be somebody's employee the rest of my life. And I was cool with it. And I feel like there's so much respect for people who do that. Like, everybody has their place in this world, and there's no knock to somebody who is clocking in and doing their job because that's your purpose. Like, or if you feel like that's your purpose, that's great for you. Everybody has like, a role that they play, basically. So, but when I like see myself, I'm just like, I just didn't think I would be able to do this. So it's like, I know I can do so much more. I know that when I have kids, I'm gonna make sure they know like how much they're capable of, and like, please don't like limit yourself or anything like that. So that's what keeps me going. Like the fact that like only the sky is the limit, really. And I never, like, it's so cliche, but I never understood the depth and the true meaning of that phrase until like doing this. Cause like, yeah, there's so much out there. Like when I see other entrepreneurs and I see they got this going on and that going on, like all these ways of making money to where they set themselves up and they set their families up and generational wealth. Like, I want to be able to do that. And I want to like, change my relationship with money that I've had like growing up, having a single mom, not really always, she always made sure we were good. My family always made sure we were good. But it was like sometimes, it just puts you in a scarcity mindset when you're like, oh, we can't afford that right now, or like you have to wait or stuff like that. I don't want to really feel like that.
Having more financial stability.
Yeah, for sure. And I feel like even like with the Black community, we don't always have the best relationship with money because we don't teach that.
Yeah.
Even just amongst our families, like we kind of don't know much about credit.
100%. They'd be like, figure it out like I did.
Yeah. Don't know much about high yield savings accounts, like IRA, retirement accounts, like even like trading with the stock market and stuff like that. Like all of that is something that's so accessible to us as Black people. We just have to tap into it and unlock that. So all these things I really want to change. And like, I know people always say this, it's very cliche, but break generational curses. But yeah, I just want to like reframe like basically how my family is going to move as, people of color, and hopefully inspire others to do the same, teach others to do the same. Like, I don't know what the future will bring as far as like the lives I can impact and stuff too. So that's what keeps me going for real. Like the fact that you never know, like your life can change tomorrow. Like you just gotta keep pushing and always find like a little glimmer of hope, of faith. Like, my faith also keeps me very strong, faith in God and stuff. So yeah, without it, I don't know where I would be for real.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen. So what can we see from EmbellishbyChi for the next few years, or even just next year? What are your goals that you have for 2016, 2026?
You're
What's yours,
fine. I
2016?
know. That was a good year.
Let's go.
So goals for this year, I definitely want to continue growing as far as being a skincare specialist. Um, Definitely get more into training, like teach more courses. So if y'all looking to grow your lash business,
Definitely check her
yes, I
out.
got y'all. Eventually then also start creating brow courses too, because I feel like I'm definitely getting to a point where I've been able to perfect my brow services as
We
well.
need teachers. I feel like it's not that many down here in our area.
That's true. Yeah. We definitely need more of that. And then whatever else is to come, like I just want to see more and more growth. Like, and that's the good thing about it. Like, it's a surprise. Sometimes things fall into my lap and I'm like, you know what? Yeah, we're going to put that into the business. Like, I want to get myself to a space where I can pay off my business, credit cards and stuff like that. Because I know that's a big thing too. Like when you are having funding and stuff like that, you're just investing. And then some people I've seen, like, they've celebrated like when they finally paid off their business credit card because they're like, I just had a dream, I had faith, and I just wanted to make it happen. Of course, like Uncle Sam or whoever created credit, like they're on my back, but like I know this business is going to work. So eventually to be able to finally have that, debt gone is like a good feeling too. And just place myself in a space where I can like pour more back into things that I was doing originally, like apparel, and just like get back to that point in my career with this business, because I feel like that's when I was like the happiest, just like, you know, la la la, like everything's fun. Like
Yeah, a little
then it got hard.
delusional. I feel like that's
Delusional. Yeah. Then it got hard. It got real. But I feel like, you know, this is not like a linear journey. It's like goes up and down. So that's why I'm like, I think right now I'm at the like, you know, the down part, but it's gonna go back up right now, you know? Yeah. So
Definitely.
yeah. Looking forward to 2026 though. It's gonna be a great year
Yes.
for everybody.
Yes. So once again, where are you located and where can everybody check you out at?
I'm located in Blackwood, New Jersey, like kind of near Turnersville area. You guys can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at EmbellishbyChi. I'm gonna spell it again. It's mad long. EMBELLIS as in Sam, HEDBYCHI, Embellished by Chai. But check me out, y'all. I would love to service y'all and meet y'all.
Yeah, check her out. Her work is amazing. And definitely just follow her, give her a follow. She's great in the area.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me. This was so fun.
Thank you.